It all went down in one of the most explosive and emotionally charged WNBA games we've seen in years. The Dallas Wings vs Indiana Fever clash that had fans screaming, players fired up, and social media igniting in real time. This wasn't just a basketball game, it was a dramatic showdown of passion, pride, and pressure, with each team bringing the heat from the first whistle to the final buzzer. From the opening tip-off, the energy inside the arena was electric, but what unfolded over the next 4 quarters was something no one expected. Caitlin Clark, the Fever's rising phenom, came in with momentum and eyes watching her every move. But it was clear early on that the Dallas Wings weren't there to be overshadowed. Arike Ogunbowale lit up the court with fierce drives, fearless shooting, and no backing down, setting the tone that this game was going to be war. The first quarter alone saw back-to-back buckets, taunting glances, and a pace that felt like playoff intensity, and we hadn't even hit half-time. But as emotions ran high, physicality followed. Midway through the second quarter, a hard foul ignited the first flare-up, with players from both sides stepping in, tensions flaring, and referees rushing in to keep things from boiling over. The crowd roared, some in support, others in shock, as the replay showed a collision that wasn't just hard but personal. That one play flipped the energy of the game completely. Suddenly, every dribble, screen, and shot felt like it carried more weight. Bodies hit the floor harder, eyes burned hotter, and every possession felt like a battle for respect. The Wings bench was on their feet, screaming for calls and pumping their team up. On the other side, the Fever were locked in, refusing to let the moment slip away. But the game's true turning point came in the third quarter when a sequence of back-to-back technical fouls, a near altercation at half-court, and an unexpected crowd reaction turned a competitive game into a full-blown WNBA spectacle. The mic-up moments between players, the animated reactions from coaches, and even the stunned expressions from fans painted the picture of a league that's no longer sitting quietly behind the NBA. It's standing tall, demanding attention, and owning the spotlight. And in the middle of it all, Caitlin Clark showed why she's not just a scorer but a competitor, standing her ground amid boos, pressure, and relentless defense. Her late-game three-pointer sparked a reaction from the crowd that echoed across social media within minutes. Meanwhile, Arike's stare-down after her clutch-and-one layup became an instant meme, cementing this game in the digital history books. But beyond the highlights, what really made this game unforgettable was the emotion. You could see it in every timeout huddle, every sideline reaction, and every fist bump. This wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was about territory, statement, and pride. It felt like the old-school rivalries the league has been waiting for. Even fans who weren't WNBA followers found themselves pulled into the drama, asking, what happened in the Wings vs Fever game? Because the buzz was impossible to ignore. Social platforms flooded with clips, reactions, and debates. Was the foul dirty? Were the refs too soft? Did the league just find its most intense rivalry? Everyone had a take, and every take added more fuel to the fire. And while the game finally ended with a score that will be debated for weeks, the biggest story is what this game represented. A changing tide in women's sports, where the intensity matches the stakes, and where players aren't just athletes, they're gladiators with something to prove. If you missed this game, you didn't just miss a win or a loss. You missed a defining moment in the rise of modern WNBA greatness. You missed a moment that made fans scream, rivals rise, and the whole sports world pay attention. You missed the kind of game that doesn't come around often. The kind of game people talk about at work the next day, share clips of, and argue over in comment sections. It was raw. It was real. And it was exactly what the league needed. So whether you're Team Wings, Team Fever, or just someone who loves the game, one thing is clear. This WNBA matchup wasn't just trending, it was unforgettable. And for everyone who didn't watch it, you didn't just skip a game, you missed history.